Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the DZMC Gaming Channel. We're going to jump. We just took our turn with Devier. We're going to take our turn with Manix now. The game we're trying to salvage. Man, my vape here. Oh, he's online. Go. Let's see what he did. Two fighters. Oh, he's feeding. Yeah, I've seen his games before. He's going to feed this as much as he can. Well, looks like he got me here. Let's see what he did. Two fighters, 5 infantry, and 1 artillery. What are the 3 infantry, 2 infantry, artillery up here? Okay, didn't build a transport. Wants those fighters. Germany held on. Oh, he attacked France. Okay. Attackers lost 1 infantry and 1 tank. Nice. I like that. A small victory, but it's a victory nonetheless. Kingdom conducted in Egypt, and I killed 2 of his infantry. Okay, well, we knew that was going to happen. It was a potentiality, but we wanted him to move his planes this way anyway. Looks like he sent 1 up this way. That was kind of the plan with sending all of the guys in there. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5. You know what? With all these subs in the water, I need another destroyer. I wanted to build an industry here, but I don't think I can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we'll go with the tank. 5, 6, 7. We'll get the industry next time. Destroyers I must have here. I only got 1. I need 2. This is actually going to be a pretty straightforward turn. Let's go with that. We're going to take 1 guy here, and we'll let him go 3 against 2 if he wants to. 1, 2, 3. They can reach. Planes can reach. We are going to go 1 here, 1 there, and we want to get it, so let's make sure we get it. Oh, these planes have to land here. Let's remember that. That's a good point, actually. Ooh, my bomber can reach. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Whew. I didn't know what I was going to do with that one. Four guys are going to go here. That's it. That's it. Very uneventful. Need the bomber to hit, for sure. Got it. Haha, I didn't forget. Could have very easily. I don't need India. I think we'll grab these guys, actually, right now. No round 3 timing. He can defend it. Actually, can he? Think about this for a second. I've got these 4 planes. These guys are coming back. think about this for a second. His plan's here. Is there a round three timing? Hmm. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Nah, it's not there. 9, 4. Um, nah, not until I have a complex down here. I'll worry about that after. Wonder if he's on Discord. Might want to jump on and do some chat, do some blitzing. I'll hit him up and see. No bombers. There are no bombers in the water except the American bomber here. 1, 2, 3. No, pretty safe. I notice he left Alaska. I know he doesn't like people going for Alaska. I don't normally like doing it either. Maybe he'll keep his guys here just to prevent that. I don't know. We'll see. Destroyer, tank, artillery, and 5 infantry. We're coming. We're coming to help you guys out. Uh, this is clearly a KGF. We need to get guys into China. Let's see if he I'll pause it here and I'll see if he's on Discord. Wants to get on and do some chatting, some live chat. I know you guys will really appreciate that. I know I will. So hang tight, folks. So hey everybody, Lucky, look at this. I waited a little bit and Manix actually is online and he decided to sit and get in a voice chat with us. So welcome Manix to my side of the game.
Hello.
Everybody knows who you are. Um, but it's funny because I was actually thinking about this the other day, as a matter of fact, when you and I started chatting offline, that our career paths in Axis and Allies have kind of been very similar, actually, as far as the evolution of our skills coming into the
Mm.
game. Now, you were ahead of me at first. I think you're probably still slightly ahead of me, or we're pretty close anyway. Um, and
Maybe last season, not this season. This season's been terrible for me. I've had a terrible season.
oh, has
My
I
ratio has been really bad compared to last season.
Oh, I haven't checked, but I know that I tried five placement games as the allies this season just because my scribers were asking me to, and I went three
Mm.
and two. So
Oh, really?
I'm not doing great on that side of the things either. So I think I'm 17-4 on the Axis though. So just high platinum, in the 150 range somewhere now.
Yeah,
Nothing spectacular.
that's good work. That's good work. And the problem for me, I think I started all 10 placement games at once, and I went out for a night out, and I missed. I think it was 4 on either side. I
Oh
didn't make the move
no.
in time because I was just
Oh no.
hungover in the morning, and so I was dropped down to, I think it was bronze and wood. I think for either one of the sides. So I had a lot. Yeah, so this has been a grind. It's been a
Oh,
grind back.
I think I
So
saw
I'm
that.
in.
I think I saw that video where you mentioned that too, and I was laughing to myself. I do remember you saying that out loud in one of your videos that you had a pretty awful placement uh, go of it.
Disaster.
You went out for a few pints and you come home and you've lost four
It's all
games.
gone to pot. Yeah, season's done. So I'm quite looking forward to next season because we get a fresh start, clean slate. I can actually make sure I take my goes properly, and then we can get
Yeah, I
a
think I'm
better
gonna
start.
do.
But no,
I think I'm gonna do the opposite next season. I think I'm gonna go allies instead. This year I wanted to go just Axis, but like I said, my subscribers were asking me to
oh
do
okay.
some allies play, and I decided to, and
Mm,
it kind of screwed up my total ranking for platinum because that would have been 5 extra games I could have gotten in under platinum. But it is what it is. I don't play the game to
mm,
be top 10 in platinum, although that would be super nice.
yeah.
I play the game because I like to teach people. Because I remember when I first started playing this game, I think it was back in season 4, and yeah, I think it was season 4 that I started my first season on Access and Allies with Beamdog, and I was thinking you play the game like the old board game, and it doesn't play like that at all. So I was losing.
Yeah.
I was losing against the AI, dude. I really was.
Have
So then I
to
start.
adjust for the new version.
So then I started looking around, like, does anybody know how to play this game, and does anybody post anything on this game? Like, does anybody play this game? And and then I ran across obviously TTG guy and a couple of
Yeah,
older
he's good.
YouTuber guys that I actually don't really post anymore. And then I found you, and I just instantly fell in love with your personality and the way you approach the game. And I learned a lot from you actually very early on in the when I first started watching. It taught me some very conceptual things. And of course, TTG guy was, I guess you can call him the godfather of the YouTube videos when it comes to Axis and Allies. But I learned a great deal from him about timing and, weighing risk versus reward, that kind of stuff. So that just you two guys alone really, really improved my game. I went from like a bronze player to then silver and obviously gold and now platinum. But yeah, it's fun to have you
Oh.
on, man. I love the way you deliver. I love the way you deliver. I watch your videos all the time. People say, "Why do you watch other people's videos?" It's because they're enjoyable. I, I, I'm not watching to see if to catch you in a mistake or something like that. I'm watching because I'm enjoying. It's entertaining to me. It's entertaining me
Yeah.
to see how people use their mind to figure out what to do. So I just want
I
to,
appreciate that.
yeah, I just
That's
want to
cool.
let you know that I really have a great deal of respect for you on that. But I'm trying to recover from this opening, and I think I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting there. So let's see what you got.
Yeah, just before we got on, I was a spectator, but I was looking at the board just to kind of get a bit of a game plan before I started recording. just I didn't spend 10 minutes just doing calculators and things. So I've got a bit of an idea of what I want to do with the
Oh,
US move and the
of,
Russian move.
of course, of
But
course, of course.
yeah, yeah, TCG though. Yeah, I like him. He stopped posting recently. I think he's not been posting for is it about a year now? I think.
I think
Bit
he
of a
took,
shame.
yeah, I think he took a
Season, yeah.
year off of Axis and Allies altogether. I don't think he even played this season at all, actually.
Oh, really? Okay, just completely. Okay.
I think he did play a little bit of season 6. I mean, I could understand. You get Axis and Allies fatigue, or well, any game that you play, if you play it all the time,
100%.
you can get fatigue
Yeah,
on it.
definitely.
There are times when I just don't even want to take my turn one day, and I go, oh God, I got to take my turn because I'm an idiot if I don't. So, so I get that. I get that. So I think he did make a commitment on Discord though that he actually is going to be around for season 8. So that'll be fun and exciting to see him back
Oh, that's good.
online. That'd be great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely.
And likewise, I think I've been watching your stuff as well. It's been great. I think you're definitely the most consistent uploader as well, like, by
Yeah.
far. I'm sporadic at best. At best, you're very consistent. So I appreciate that. It's nice to have always some good
Uh,
content.
oh,
That's nice.
thanks, man. My kids bust my balls about it. They go, Dad, you're giving everybody your strategy. Like you're posting your videos right after you take your turn. I go, yeah, well, maybe I should stop doing that. You're right. you know,
I think it's a good thing.
but it,
Okay, so yeah, as you said, it's been a very lucky start for me this game. Very lucky. The UK start as a whole on Germany's turn and UK's was insanely good. That's just
yeah,
very fortunate.
I haven't seen that.
Um,
I haven't lost season 7 in a long time. I can't even remember when. It's been at least a couple of seasons where I've lost it outright like that, where the bat.
I know. Yes, I've not seen it for a long time too. Yeah, that's very fortunate.
Yeah. So.
Okay, right. I'll get cracking.
All right. Yeah.
So
And like I said, if you watch my videos, you know that I like to teach people, and I know that you do too. So if you can explain, like, you don't necessarily need to explain your overall deep strategy, but like certain things, maybe your
mhm.
buys and what you might be going for, things that are not going to give the game away. But like I said, this is a fun game anyway. I don't even care if I win it. I'm going to try to win it. I'm really just, I'm just, I know that my subscribers also watch you as well. All of them, actually, I think, to be honest with you. and they I think they appreciate the learning aspects of it. So if you could just keep that in
Yeah,
mind,
true.
it's not required. It's just just a request that if you think of a certain nugget that might come across your brain about a certain move and why you do it, that'd be interesting to share that.
We'll do. Just a heads up that the mic's cutting in slightly, cutting in and out slightly. I'm not catching everything.
Oh, mine is.
So if I don't, yeah, just slightly. So if I don't reply, it's because of that.
Okay,
But I'm
understood.
catching most things.
Understood. Let me check mine just to make sure. Well, I'm still recording, and the mic's volume meters are still moving, so I'm going to go with it. But anyway, go ahead. It's your turn. I'm just going to sit back and watch.
Okay, cool. Right. Well, um, thing for me is I've cleared out most of Africa of German troops, so I think I don't need to necessarily reinforce with too much more. I think, and you'll know by the movement of the transports. I'm going to go north this round, or at least set up for a northern Finland shook with the US. I think.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I was hoping for
So
Egypt.
let's grab.
I was hoping the Egypt guys would have a little bit better on defense. That was the whole theory behind that, is that, that's a battle that you could actually lose in this game, but
Yeah.
you didn't, and you won. So
It's the pattern with the UK this game. It seems to be the UK just don't lose. Apparently, it's nice.
watch your tongue,
Okay,
man. Watch
so
your tongue.
yeah, I know. Tempting the dice gods. Okay, all right, sit down here. So I'm taking Morocco with 4 dudes. That should be enough to push this guy out. Um, I think that's actually pretty much what I wanted to do. To be fair, just double checking. It's always nice to have a Russian sub as well alive in the game. It's nice
Yeah,
to have one spare just moving around.
yeah, I agree.
Okay, I think that's probably it for me. Um, yeah, looks good. So I'm going to take my tank. I wasn't sure about doing this, but I'm going to take my tank out of um, French West Africa here. I'm going to use them in the northern battles, I think.
Yeah, pretty
Which
wise.
is where I'm hoping I'm going to have Africa under control.
Germans aren't going to be
Reinforce season 8.
doing anything in Africa anytime soon, or actually ever. If anything, it's going to be the Japanese
No,
that
yeah, that's
do
true.
something in their turn away. Actually, in the previous turn, I actually was contemplating sending one transport down to Season 36 to give me some options, but I'm going to hold off on that
Mm.
for a turn or two.
Yeah, yeah, fair play. I did notice actually that India's looking slightly weaker than I'd like. It's actually quite vulnerable, so I'm going to try and defend that while also holding West Russia for now. Let's pull up here. My logistics is not perfect, so that's why I'm pulling a tank out of French West Africa, so I don't have to pull the infantry out of Western Canada. I've still got a blocker there with the UK one as well,
Gotcha.
so I have a
Yeah,
full four
I,
units of infantry
I know
down
you
to
hate
us.
that whole Alaska gambit. I generally don't like.
Yeah, big time. It's
I don't like taking it usually as the Japanese anyway, unless it's just so ridiculously easy to get it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, if you're on the way, like you've taken Hawaii, you've got a spare transport in range and it's open. I mean, it makes sense. But I think because for me as well, grinding back, I had to grind through silver and bronze, and it seems to be the Japanese play in all those games is just go for Alaska, whatever whatever the cost.
yeah,
Just go for Alaska.
yeah, that
It's all that
level of
matters.
play, I agree. I agree. Yeah, that you do see a lot of strange stuff, silver and below.
Yeah, you certainly do. Is that safe? I think that's safe.
Like what's that game you were playing now? The guy tried to tank rush. I was sitting there laughing my ass off when I saw that. I'm like, he's not gonna beat Manix on a tank rush. Come on.
It's weird though, it's bad because my win ratio, aside from like the 4 games I lost on time, I have lost some genuine silver games to other players that are they've got some bizarre strategy that somehow manages to work. I'm like, what the hell was that? How did that work?
Yeah,
So yeah, there's some
well,
weird stuff going on in silver. It's a
there is. Well, even I think Quentin was saying it, and Masha Stinks. They were saying that it seems like the overall skill level of even the silver level players now is starting to increase. It's getting
totally
harder and
agree.
it's getting
Totally
harder and
agree.
harder to win gold and platinum games. It really is.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think I felt that as well because I had a break for a few months, of the game, and I came back to it. And I think I said to you in the Discord as well. It felt like the general level of the community's risen since I've been away.
Oh, that's right. You
It's
mentioned it too.
it's
That's
good. It's
right.
good though.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I'm gonna put. Where am I going with these guys? 1, 2, 3, go 4. Yeah. So I want to have at least one extra fighter in range of India. Should I need to use that? 3 should be enough to keep your bomber away of. He's in 13. I'm hoping.
Yeah, just so you
Okay.
know, and everybody's watching,
Uh,
the only reason I actually even went for Pearl Light there because I know your move. I like to do it too, which is to get the fighters into Western Australia and then over to India by turn two. That the whole point of that
yeah.
move was just for that. I knew you were going KGF, but
Yeah,
that backfired on me as well. Well, it did stop the planes getting to
it
India.
did. Yeah, it did the right thing. Yeah, I think for me as well, I don't like. I find often as well, if you don't take Pearl, the US sometimes come forward with their fleet. I don't like the harassment. I like having a completely open Pacific, apart from the subs, obviously. But
Yeah,
yeah, I like the Pacific being nice and open for Japan. It's
100%, hundred
can cause
percent on that.
problems otherwise.
I agree with that.
Okay, I think we're about there. Two, three, four. Just double checking everything is safe. I think we're good. Sub in 53. Where can it go? Uh, Not that much further.
That's why I bought that extra destroyer.
Yeah, it's just how to second guess everything there. Well, hopefully I can get the Russian sub over quickly. We have a nice a Russian and a UK
The
US sub
triplets, the triplets.
trio around the Pacific.
I've
Yeah,
seen that. The triplets. You know,
the triple attack. There we
it,
go.
it's funny because it's also I'm not seeing a lot of at least the last few maybe 5 or 6 matches. I haven't seen a two ocean strategy from another player in a while, so maybe everybody's learning their
Mm.
lesson on that.
Yeah, true, true. Okay, I think I'm ready to roll.
Yeah, I don't see any glaring jumps out at me.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Okay, so how's it looking? 1-6. Sorry, 1-7-6, 1-6-2. Cool. Um, so I'll be going for 7. I think mostly infantry from here on out. I remember you commented about the artillery buy in round two Russia. It is definitely aggressive. I think it's I like having a few more artillery floating around. Then I think from round three onwards, it's much more infantry based.
No,
My
I get it.
Russia
I
purchases.
get it. I haven't mentioned as much. It says
Yeah.
maybe it's just slightly aggressive. I mean, I would have been something more like 6-2 or something
Mm,
like that. But I understand the logic
yeah.
behind it. It makes sense. It's not a bad move. It wasn't a bad purchase by any stretch of the imagination. And I didn't even mean to suggest that it was. It was just that a little aggressive.
No, no, not at all. No.
You know, is it,
I think I judge it by how well the board is at the time. I think it's it. If you feel generally comfortable, I'll go for it. If I don't feel totally safe in West Russia, or at least vaguely comfortable, I'll go more infantry based. But
one thing I have
I like
noticed
to if
is
I can. It's nice to have lots of artillery.
yeah, one thing I have noticed that you're gone back to the 4 and 2, 4 infantry, 2 tanks. I know you experimented with the 4 infantry, 3 artillery for a while there, and I think you were liking that better. But I think overall, I think generally the community is pretty set on the 4 infantry, 2 tanks for Russia as your round one
Yeah,
buy,
yeah.
and I tend to agree with that.
Yeah, I think it probably is the better move. It's weird, except my best season. This is the only thing that keeps me hanging on to the artillery buy is that season six was my best season. I had a really nice win ratio with allies. I think it was I was using 3 artillery, 4 infantry for the entire season without fail. And it just I don't know, just got used to it.
Yeah.
The tank buy does make more sense. I think in terms of just keeping Germany out of Karelia. I think it is a better buy
No, I
overall.
know. I
I
think
think I have
I've watched
generally switched back.
everything you posted. I think. I mean, even the community games I enjoy. So it's I don't think I've missed a video. I think I've watched them all, which is
Nice. Fair
ridiculously
play.
amount of hours that I've spent on it. But no, what I'll do on a Friday night after I'm done playing, or maybe a Saturday night, and I'm having a few drinks outside of my sun porch, is I'll have my laptop out there and I'll just be watching videos of, well, mainly you and other, Quentin, and I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to improve my game as much as I can, and any tidbit that I can pick up, I'm there. I'm taking it.
Yeah, totally agree. I'm the same way. Yeah, it's nice browsing. Quinton's got some great stuff.
Oh yeah.
He's obviously it's nice to have something from the top 10 as well. I think he's still around top 10, isn't he? I was always wondering. I wondered if like Jan would ever do some YouTube stuff because that would go down so well with everyone. That's where
I
everyone
know.
would love to hear what he's got to say.
I watched the one game you had with Yan that one time, and that if you allow one thing I did learn from that video that I've never allowed as a Japan player is the allies to triple stack Kazakh. That is such a bottleneck.
Mm,
I mean, you can't get
yeah,
past it. You just can't get past it.
yeah. You really can't. It's yeah, it's so difficult, so difficult. It's funny actually as well. 'Cause this series I'm starting with challenging the players. I've actually Jan and Mia are actually playing a game right now,
Oh,
and I'm getting absolutely destroyed.
are you?
But it's good fun, and I think yeah, it should be a good learning thing for I think people watching and me as well. I'm asking a lot of questions behind the scenes to kind of get some tips, so that's really valuable. I'm yeah, enjoying the game
Well, I got schooled by
despite how
well, at the time.
devastatingly good it is.
Yeah, at the time, Amund, who was ranked number one and number one on platinum or number one platinum on Axis and Allies, he was first in both categories. And I didn't even know who he was at first. And he said, "Hey, you want to play a game?" And I said, "Sure." I just thought he was one of my subscribers, just coming in. Turns out he's
Mm.
I around round two or three, and I go, "Well, where is this guy ranked?" And I look, and I see he's ranked number one. And I said, and I go to him,
Oh
"Dude,
crap!
you could have freaking told me you were the best player in the world. I might have approached the game a little differently."
Exactly. Yeah, that's that would have been good. Wow.
He schooled me
Wow.
large. Yeah, he schooled me big time.
But there's a huge difference between I think the majority of platinum players and the top 10. They're
Yeah,
just so efficient in everything they do. It's crazy.
it's like the
It's just yeah, that's such a
human calculators, I call them.
yeah, yeah. Question here. I was debating this I think before we even got online today. Would you strafe Corellia here? I've already made my choice, but would you strafe it here?
Well, I wouldn't, and that's why I did it because I know I wouldn't do it. So I didn't know if
Yeah,
I didn't know if you would, but I know I based that move, and if you looked at the video, I was kind of in between on that one, and I
mm,
decided to put everything in there because I said to myself, well, I don't think I would take that battle because if I took that battle, that's going to leave West Russia or Caucasus vulnerable. One of the two is going to go if I take that
yeah.
battle. So I decided that maybe Manix might take that battle. But
Against
if he
yeah.
doesn't, then I have options as well.
Yeah, I came to the same conclusion. I thought it's just too risky. I'd love to. It looks great. If you get a
Yeah,
good strafe, it could be awesome.
yeah,
But then on the flip side, it gives you a way back in if it goes terribly, because then I'm suddenly under pressure. So yeah, I decided against it. But it was
I
I
agree.
did think about that one for a second.
I agree.
Um, right, I'm going to go light to Belarus anyway, and I think that's probably all I'm going to do this round. To be fair with Russia,
Holding
very
France,
limited.
holding
Hopefully
France,
take it.
holding France was a surprise for me. I'm not going to hold it next turn, but I mean it was nice to hold it for that turn.
Yeah, true, true. Oh damn, got a hit back. Shame.
Oh, I did. Nice. Okay, maybe my luck's starting to change here.
Yeah, small battles across the way. Yeah,
Yeah,
going in favour.
don't forget to
Okay,
move your
it's bring the
sub.
sub down.
There you go. Yeah, I always forget
Yeah,
stuff like
that's the
that.
that's the main unit. I'm going to keep an eye on this guy. I've got big plans for that sub in the Pacific.
I
Lots of
forget
things.
stuff like that all the time, man. It's so irritating because you should be making silly mistakes like that at this level, but I forget stuff like that all the time.
Well, speaking of cinemas, have you seen the last two rounds? I think it is of my game against Snowden.
No, I'm
Two
actually.
rounds in a row I've
Shh,
left.
don't tell me because I'm actually I'm saving
Oh,
them for.
sorry.
I'm saving them for tonight. I actually have three
Okay, I
rounds.
won't spoil it.
I got 3 rounds to watch, and I was like, yes, because if it's just one, it's like, oh, I'm not getting quite my fix. You know what I mean? So I sometimes I'll wait a couple days. It's like binge watching, but like I'll wait a couple of days, and then
Yeah,
it'll be like 2 or 3 rounds, and I'm like, that's a little better. I could do that. It's like I feel like I'm more into the game that way. But yeah,
yeah,
I
makes
got.
sense.
I'm gonna be watching this evening, so.
I'll just say I've been playing fairly sloppy in that game. That's all I'll say. That's one thing I'll say. Okay, so West Russia, I'm going to leave Caucasus open because you can't stack it. I don't think you can. I'll be scared if you can. But oh, actually,
No,
do I leave something here to block?
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't
just thinking.
stack it.
But even with your Japanese fighters, that's going to be tight, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, I think I'm good.
I might next turn,
Double
but not this
checking.
turn.
Yeah, I was gonna the Ukraine stat was nice. That's a good move. I don't like it as the Allies at all. It makes me uncomfortable. That kind of position for Germany. So yeah, nice move. Nice
Thanks.
move.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, it was either Karelia or Ukraine, and I felt Ukraine would be a little bit more be able to put a little bit more pressure on you in the center because Karelia
Yeah,
you could
definitely.
stack it and hold it indefinitely against the Allies for probably a good 6 or 7 rounds if you do it right, by pivot stacking. But Ukraine immediately puts pressure on Russia because now I've got the Japanese coming too. So you're not going to be able to sit there too much longer. So that's the whole theory and hypothesis behind all that. Um,
Yeah, true.
it's just to bully you off of West Russia or Caucasus. Really, is what that's all designed to do. All right. Well, I'm going to do
Yeah.
what I've been continuing to do, which is buy a plane each round for the first 4 or 5 rounds as the Germans. That's been working for me, much like you had your 4 infantry, 3 artilleries for Russia buy working for you. Because I know what you mean. Because sometimes stuff just seems to work for you. This has been
Mm.
working. This has been working for me. This little dark skies, mini dark skies from Germany. It's been.
It's definitely something I have to pay attention to. If I start falling behind in numbers in the fleet, it's gonna, yeah, I have to pay attention.
Right.
Could become a problem at some point.
I think I'm gonna buy 11 infantry, and we'll call that a turn. And well, I will take it light. Um,
Yeah, so another nice bonus of being where you are, you can trade corpses pretty easily, which is good.
yeah. Um, there's a. Oh, I can't. Oh, I was thinking that Kazakh was in Japan's hands. I was gonna blitz my tanks all the way through there after the combat and land them in Kazakh, stack Kazakh. Round 3 is the Japanese, but it's not gonna work because I don't own it, so that's not gonna work. I think I might take a stab at Archangel here, just the one infantry, and I am gonna take um, Northwest back if I can. Actually, I want it, so I'm gonna put 3 guys there, and I think that's it for me, really.
Cool.
This guy's not doing anything in North Africa. Which way do I want to run? I'll just stay right here. Pretty
Yeah.
comfortable right here. Yeah, that's all we're doing. So, nothing too. Now let's see what I can get. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can land in Karelia, or they can land in. I'm going to use the bomber. I'm not going to use the planes. I'll use all these planes here. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got to be careful with how many guys I pull off of Berlin here. You only have 3 guys that you can bring, plus the 2 fighters. And these 3 fighters can hit if you bring a carrier. And you own France. So I've got to be careful about Berlin. Seems like I'm always running the numbers on Berlin, especially early like this when you want to send guys east, but you also want to make sure that you
Yeah.
have enough of a stack to repel a 1-2 stack of France or Northwest or something like that. So it's always a balancing act.
And there's, you got to be careful with Bell. It can, you can get a bad situation quite easily if you're not paying attention to it.
Yep,
It can,
you
spiral pretty quickly.
you really can. So what I'm going to do is just that, really. I'm going to lose Archangel because it's inevitable. I never win those. What I used to call I used to call them TTG battles because he would always win those for some reason.
Come on, let's get a roll back.
Well, I've killed it, and you killed me back. That's fair.
Go.
This should be a slaughter.
Yeah, should be fairly similar.
Oh, just barely. Oh my God! 2 hits back. See?
Really? Oh, well, that was, oh, nice.
That's what.
Legends.
So not bad, huh? You had 3 ground units I attacked, and all 3 of them hit.
That's, yeah, can't complain there at all. That's
Okay,
very nice.
so we're actually gonna move. We're actually gonna move up here. So you can attack with 21, 25, 26, 27. I have 27 there. Now the British can bring 3 fighters against 2 infantry and 4 Japanese fighters. Probably not advisable. Um, debating whether or not I want to leave the anti-aircraft there.
While you finish up your meal, I'm going to quickly calculate my
Okay.
situation in India, so I may just go silent for a second.
All right, sure, that's fine. Um, 28. Not the right amount. You can put 15. What I build? I can put 10, so 9, 10. That's 2 there. 9. You can hit with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 4. And 2 fighters. So 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can move a couple guys out. I think. Okay. This guy is going to go this way because we want you not to be able to bring as many Americans to France. So by having force you to fight that battle, it's maybe 2 less guys that you can send to France. Now, I don't know if this is actually the right move. Let's think about this for a second. If I leave 5 guys there, I can build 2, that's 7. If you didn't strafe it on 6, unlikely he strafes it on 5 or 7. In which case, can have all the guys here. Yeah, I'm actually not going to do this move. One guy there. And let's see, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 15. So you can attack with 15. So 12 at 2. 12 at 2. 12 at 2 and 9 at 1. 9 at 1 gets you 1.5 hits. 12 at 2 gets you exactly 2. That's 3.5. 4.5, 5.5, 6.5 hits on his first round of combat. Oh yeah, I'll crush that. I should crush that. We'll see. I think I'll keep the artillery there. Let me see what my defense profile says. No, we want to change that. Yeah, okay, we're better. I like that better. Okay. All right. I think that's everything. I contemplated moving everything into Belarusia, but I think the smarter move until Japan gets to Kazakh is to keep them in Caucasus.
Ukraine.
So,
Caucasus, yeah.
not Caucasus, Ukraine.
I'd agree.
I'm not sure if that's the right move, and maybe pulling a couple back. I don't know. I think whatever happens, I'm going to be able to respond to anything that happens in Berlin. Whether or not you let you take France for a turn or 2 is the question, and I don't know if I'm gonna. So we'll see. I'm gonna put 2 guys.
Okay.
We'll try that. Let's try that. All right.
Cool. Okay. Okay. So I think I'm actually going to have to pull some fighters out of West Russia here to keep India somewhat safe. Right, let's go for, I think, 3 infantry for India with fire support. That's above, I'm getting yeah, reasonable odds for India. So I'm happy with that. Um, hmm. I'm just debating whether to go north or not, to hit Finland and Norway now with Iceland, or just take France and Northwestern now and just let the Americans gather some pace a little bit. Mhm.
Typically, at least the general rule of thumb is you want the Americans to at least capture Norway. Um, and
Yeah,
you want the Americans to capture, Morocco, Algeria, and Libya. You don't want the British to grab that unless the Japanese player has just gotten crazy stupid dice and he's already down here threatening Australia and India and that kind of stuff. In which case, it might be advantageous for you to grab it as the UK. But generally speaking, you want the Americans to grab those provinces.
yeah. It's
At
always nice
least,
to have a complex in Norway as well. I was thinking of taking Iceland with the UK just because I can use the bombardments for a bit more safety and security of taking that, and the US can just safely. I was worried about your fighters. I need to take all three territories to kind of keep that rate reasonably safe.
yeah, and that's why I do
Um,
that. And people mock me for it, but I think it's a really great use of the German transport is actually to take Iceland. It really does
yeah,
it causes the UK or the Allies to pause for a minute because Sea Zone 3 becomes immediately vulnerable if they don't address it.
yeah. They have to take all three. That they can easily lose that one transport, 2 units. You can easily lose against one. That's
Hmm.
happened so often.
Yep.
So yeah, you have to go pretty heavy there to make sure you take it. I'm gonna go. Okay. I like three transports early in the game as the UK because it gives you a bit more flexibility with buying aircraft.
Hmm.
So I don't like to go to four until much later, generally speaking.
Oh, me either. Me
So I
either.
think I'm going to go for yeah. Just got a bit, especially their income as well is not always amazing. It's hard to fill four transports at times. But right, I'm going to go for three infantry of India, two. Probably a bit aggressive. Do that instead. Get one fighter, and then I'm going to go for four infantry to fill up my current transports. Banking three for next time for something. Okay.
I typically I like the one tank in India buy, but you already have one saved over in Egypt, so you probably don't need it in India. But I always like that tank for flexibility.
Yeah. It's nice to have one of each, I think, isn't it? Like one
Yeah,
tank, at least
yeah.
an artillery there as well. Just a
I
bit more
find
hitting power here and there.
I find it that way. I mean, that could be right or wrong, but for me, I like the flexibility. I call
Yeah,
them I
definitely
call
agree
them
with
cheap fighters. They're cheap fighters.
that. Yeah, true. Do you ever have like serious problems with attacking fighters? I've been going for a really bad string right now of just having
My attacking fighters.
shafted on dice.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
attacking fighters. Yeah,
Oh yeah. I've been
so
absolutely
unreliable.
I've been brutalized. I mean, actually, the game that I'm playing right now with Devier, it would have been over if not for his anti-aircraft hitting three of my five fighters, and I had odds on the
Damn.
battle, and losing those three fighters is just absolutely brutal, and I couldn't do it. I lost everything. I had to rebuild. That's what it's prolonging the game longer than it really needs to be. But I don't want to talk about other games. But yeah, it comes and goes though, Manix. To be honest with you, sometimes I'll have. It seems like I have great luck with my fighters when I don't need them, and then when I need them, I have shit luck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I found on defense, as you'd expect, but I'd always get fantastic rolls in defense, even though I found
Yeah.
that they're better than average. Same with bomber runs. I feel actually I shouldn't say that I've had some bad luck with the. I like going for bombing raids. I think I do okay with them. I don't mind the dice, but um,
Yeah, I'm not a big
yeah,
fan.
attacking fighters is my big thing right now.
Anybody who watches my videos knows I'm not a big fan of bombing raids. Mainly when it's done to me, because sometimes you can get on a roll and you just can't seem to kill the goddamn things.
Yeah,
And it just tears your heart out. You're playing as best as you can. You're actually playing great. The numbers are great, and these guys just killing it with 7, 8, 9, 10 freaking IPC loss a turn on Germany and Berlin. It's like, oh man, come on, you're killing me.
yeah, true.
So it could
It's
be
brutal.
effective. I agree with you. When it's effective, it's a brutal strategy. It's just brutal.
Yeah, definitely. Particularly for Germany, I find if you're already getting squeezed, I'm in a game right now where I'm getting absolutely dominated, and it's just the bombing raids on top from the US are just crushing. It's just
Yeah.
you've got no income at all for
It's
anything.
it's dead
Yeah, it's
hardening.
brutal.
It's soul deadening is what it is.
Certainly is. Okay, I'm hitting this and this. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I think the way to fix that though is actually, and this is an idea that I've seen thrown around before, is to increase the price of bombers to 14 IPC.
Hmm, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that idea because I don't buy a lot of them anyway. So
Hmm.
I like that idea, but
Yeah, true. Yeah. Make it worse for the ones who do.
exactly.
The rule variations as well. I've heard that the other game variants have these. Was it super bombers or heavy bombers or whatever they're called?
Yeah, in the
Which
original
sounds
game,
interesting.
you could buy tech. You could buy tech.
Oh, was it that was what it is?
Well, you could buy. I think it was 5
Yeah.
IPC. You could take. You buy a dice, and if you roll a 1, then you get to pick a tech. So that's how the
Hmm.
old game was, and it kind of like that. But I understand why that's really hard to incorporate it into a
Fun.
game like this.
Sorry, I'm just struggling to decide what to do with my taxi. I don't like leaving France like it is. I want to take France, but I also want to get up north as quickly as possible. I'm going to wait, actually. I'm going to wait. Nope, that's a mistake. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, in all honesty, too, everybody watching. It's actually. I know it looks like I'm sort of kind of recovered a little bit with Germany, but it's actually tough to overcome a UK round one fleet like that. And it's it's gonna come down to it. It's gonna be obviously it's gonna be a KGF, but it's going to be tricky for me to do that. Just so people know that this is not easy. Yeah, I'm advancing with Japan, but it doesn't look as sweet as it looks right now on the board. Trust me, in real life, it's going to be hard to win this game.
Until I blunder some transports in
Well, that's what I'm
C-Donate, I
hoping
think it's
for.
going to be good. It could happen. It really could happen.
I know, and it could happen with me
There's a
too.
high chance.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny. I laugh, but it's true. It's what makes it so funny.
Okay, I think I'm going to commit to that. I might. Ooh. Actually, I'm going to take Libya with the UK here. I think I'm going to blitz the tank back towards Persia, but for the I'll try and
Yeah,
cut out your income stream.
yeah, I'd probably do something like that too.
Okay, let's go for
It's not like he's in danger. The artillery. He's not really in danger there. And I do have a bomber, mind you,
that. Yeah.
but he's going to be dead anyway.
Cool. Okay, there we go. These guys.
Oh, you took that super light. Oh wait, you only had 2 units on the UK. I thought I counted 3.
It was 3. I went two to Northwestern, and then
Oh, you
just lost
lost
one
one.
against your infantry in Northwestern. Yeah.
I'm playing.
Let's go.
I'm playing against Manix, and he's actually on chat right now. Remember the guy I like to watch on YouTube all the time? That's who I'm playing against right now. And dinner will be ready. Actually, we're gonna as soon as Manix takes his US turn, we're gonna call it probably here, and I'll get steaks going. Sounds about right, right? What time is it where you are right now?
It's currently 10 to 12. I generally speaking as like I don't really record much after 12 o'clock as a
Yeah.
rule. Sort of a good time to cut off. It's my
So yeah,
the old neighbours.
so you're literally about. It's funny. I actually lived in Manchester when I was a young lad.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
lived in just outside of Manchester in a town called Partington. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Not familiar, no.
Um,
Manchester sort of is northern-ish England, isn't it? I think I'm
Middle.
kind of like Midlands area, less in Leicester.
Yeah, we.
Oh,
It's
Midlands,
funny.
yeah, yeah.
We moved from Canada. Um, it's funny. Well, it's not a funny story, but my dad was trying to escape debt in Canada, and he moved to England because he was a UK citizen or subject, they call them over
Hmm.
there. And so he moved us all there when we were little. Then we moved back to Canada, and then we moved back to England again one more time. And then
Oh, really?
my mom and my dad split up or separated, and my mom moved us all back to Canada, and that's where we've lived pretty much most of my life until I was 26, in which I met my ex-wife and moved to the United States and started my family here. So that's
Oh, wow, okay. But
that's
yeah, been all over. That's cool.
pretty much my story. Okay, well, Japan. Uh, Now there's also that threat of that Russian sub coming down. I gotta be careful about that now. I do. We're gonna take this, this, and this. Oh, you didn't attack Burma. Did you mean to?
I did not.
Oh,
No, I deliberately left it. I didn't think I had enough.
okay.
I couldn't bring any air to the fight, so I thought we'd better leave it.
Got it. Understood. Um, well, I'm gonna build that complex now. I wanted to do it last turn, but I didn't.
Yeah, makes sense.
We'll go 5 and 2, and the complex is going in Manchuria, folks, not Kwangtung. The only time I ever put it in Kwangtung is if there is a threat of a KJF, in which case it goes down immediately. Um, Now, can I hold? Can I hold Ukraine here? 12, 21, 22, 23, 24. You can hit it with 21, 25, 26, 27. Mm, but you've got other stuff to do. I think I can hold it. Maybe take 2 Japanese planes off there. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I need them yet, so I'll keep them there. So we'll go 5 and 2 and a complex. Nothing special, nothing fancy.
Sounds good.
And we're gonna blitz in to Kazakh. I don't want to commit units there yet. Don't have to retake Burma. That's a nice. That's it. Pretty boring stuff for me. I don't see anything that I'm missing here. Um, hmm. Yeah, I think that's probably the quickest turn in Roach Warrior's life. Combat. Well, we just did that. Okay, we can move this guy over. Move this guy down. These guys are going to go back here and pick up everything. Um, oh, you know what I meant? I actually meant to buy a plane there. That's interesting. I forgot to do that. It's not a big deal, but it's something I meant to do.
How many have you got with Japan? You've got five fighters and one bomber.
Yeah, I usually like to have. I don't take a dark skies approach with Japan, generally speaking, but I like to have between 6 to 8 fighters and one bomber left over. You know, when it's time to really do my stuff, because I like to be able to land them in Kazakh. Hopefully, by this point, I'll be able to stack it and then once they're landed there,
Mm.
I'll build a complex there, and then I'll be able to use my fighters in Berlin to help defend if they need to.
Yeah.
Just until Japan can get really stacked in China. That's generally the. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's generally the approach I take. Um, I've been ignoring India lately, so it was actually amusing to see you calculate how to defend it. I actually really wasn't even looking at it. Well, now
Yeah.
you know, so that's not helpful, but it is a learning channel. So I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind spitting that out because
Next round, I'll ignore it and you'll take it. I'll just leave it completely open.
yeah, right. I don't think I'm
It's
gonna.
something. It's something I've learned just through bad mistakes of leaving it too vulnerable and losing it suddenly out of nowhere. I'm like, well, how the hell did that happen?
Nope.
You realise that Japan suddenly got so many planes in range I didn't even see. Yeah,
Totally
it's just
understand. It can
a habit at this point.
100% sneak up on you. The thing I have trouble with even to this day is when to abandon India. That's my problem. I still never get seem to get
Yeah, true.
that timing right, and you know, because if you don't, and the Japanese are already in Kazakh, it's already too late.
Yeah,
So
exactly. And they can't make any impact because they'll just get destroyed. Yeah.
right, I agree. I'm gonna take one of these fighters though, and I'm gonna put him. Well, wouldn't it be something to put 4 fighters in Karelia right now? I think I'd take that strafe. I'd probably go at that one. But I'm not gonna do it.
Well, we look at.
Yeah, we're gonna actually. I'm just gonna keep them in Ukraine. They're actually pretty cool in Ukraine for now. They can reach a lot of different places. They could hit C Zone 5 if they need to. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can't hit there. Well, actually, they. Let's see. 1, 2. They can't hit C Zone. Actually, you know what? Let's put them in C Zone so they can hit C Zone 3. Not all of them, though. Hang on. Not all of them. What does that leave me with? 11, 12, uh, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. You can bring 27. You got to get past 12 units before, well, 12 units before you get to my juicy tanks. I don't like that battle for you. So I'm going to keep 2 planes there. I'm not running a calculator. I'm just in my head. I don't think I hit that, but you might. I don't know.
No, I wouldn't either. I'll
Um,
comfortably say no.
I think that's it for my turn. Complex here, 2 artillery here, and we should have 8 units to drop off next turn, and we do. Perfect. Logistics. So if you want to call it after your turn here, I'm totally okay with that. I'm just thrilled that I was even to have this much time with you. Because I do have to cook dinner for my kids and my wife. So if you want to call it here,
Yeah, no problem. Yeah,
and we'll pick it back up. Or I mean, you want to take your Russian turn too? That's fine too. But um, I'll come back
yeah,
later.
call it for America. I'll do some calculations for Russia anyway, so we can pause it after the US, and
Oh,
I'll
okay,
take a pause. But yeah, this has been nice. I'm glad we get to do this.
great. Oh, those Americans are
I
coming.
will say, especially you taking Iceland is already causing problems for me because I think at this point I would have probably had the two US transports to take Norway and Finland. It
Yeah,
would have been backed up by a cruiser
that's why I
and
do it.
a destroyer from the UK.
What is that
Yeah,
one
and I
infantry?
can't do that now, so I have to take
What is that
three.
one infantry gonna do in Karelia? Seriously, but it causes all kinds of headaches for the Allies being in Iceland.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
does.
the transport's gonna die anyway, so really you're looking at saving 3 IPC. It just causes so much trouble for the Allies that it's just a perfect move.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't invent it. I think I stole it from somebody,
Um,
but I don't even remember. I can't even give them credit because I don't remember who it was I stole it from.
that's the thing. I think we're all sharing bits and bobs from people. The people aren't we? I suppose in this game are
That's
learning
true.
from other people.
That's true.
But yeah, it's a definitely nice move. It's caused me to pause here. I'm actually going to have to do something I don't think I've done for a long time. I'm going to put some US troops into Great Britain just to pause because I'm not actually ready to attack North yet, which is unusual for me. I don't really want to do that, but I'm going to go for I think 3 transports. I've got spare enough for 3 transports. I'm going to buy 6 infantry for all those three, and then I think that's all I can do.
I think you could
Got
have.
enough to fill
I think you could
all.
have done it if you would have took Norway and Finland with the UK, and landed the and taken the U.S. transports to Iceland. You could have probably taken the
Yeah,
north that way, but again, there is that risk of losing the Iceland battle, which would be devastating.
yeah, true.
Well, maybe
I think
not.
I probably would have gone north. I think if you'd have left an infantry in France, I probably would have left it and gone north. But I wanted that France income, I think, so it's caused me to pause. But I'm not sure which is better, to be honest. Staying here where I am for one round, or going north and leaving France. So I wouldn't have left France. I wouldn't have taken France unless I stuck to the transport. Because I don't think I can hold both. So yeah. Anyway,
I was of the
see
opposite
how it
opinion.
plays out.
I thought you would have definitely gone up, maybe ignored Northwest, but taken France a little bit heavier. I thought that that's what you were going to
Mm,
do. So I figured rather than lose my infantry, I'm just going to move them back. You just go ahead, take it. It's yours. Besides, I'd rather, out of all the allies, I'd rather the British own France and Italy endgame stuff than the U.S. I don't want the U.S. owning those. So
yeah,
there's going to come a point
it's
where
become too powerful.
I'm not going to be able to retake France, and if I can't, I'd rather the British own it. That's all.
Yeah, definitely. Okay,
All right, so what do we buy? 6 and 3.
right.
Okay. All right. Good. Goodbye.
Algeria. Let's try and clear out Algeria. Would be nice. Two here.
So, just for people watching, people like, why did I move the single infantry from Libya to Algeria? This is why. Because I know what you really wanted to do was bring those troops up into France or somewhere, one of the two. Um, but
Mm,
now you have to move them east for at least a turn.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I know Quinton here will be, well, he would have set up for a med shop, wouldn't he? That's one thing I'm not very experienced in. I've done so many Finland shocks. It's just what I know. It's just if I tend to aim for Finland. If I can't, always I'll go to the med. But I'm
Me either.
far less experienced in a med shock than the Finland
I've
shock.
watched that video that he put out on the MedShuck. I don't know how many times, and either I'm some kind of an idiot. I still don't get it. I I don't know
Yeah,
how
it's
maybe it's the way he delivers his videos. I mean, if I had one criticism, it's not like our format. It's very like he doesn't show the other opponent's turn. He doesn't even really show his buys. He just shows the move, and
yeah,
it's hard to
it's
follow.
screenshots, isn't it? It seems to be screenshots,
Yeah,
generally speaking,
it's
and
it's
just
it's hard to follow.
yeah. Okay, I like that. Yeah, it's definitely there's a bit more detail in a med shock than a Finland shock is so simple. It's so nice and easy to do,
Hmm.
just very very easy.
Yeah,
But the
it's
med shock
one
is a lot
turn.
more.
It's one turn. Boom, boom, boom. Well, mind you, once you have the med, and
Yeah,
I've tried the med shuck, and I'm okay at it. I'm not going to beat anybody, top 50 platinum with it, but I can beat people below that. I think I'm that okay with it. The problem is that the the problem is being patient as the allies and setting it up because it takes some setup. It takes like 2 to 3. It actually takes 3 rounds or 4 rounds to set up. Once you have it set up with the right combination of ships, then it goes smoothly. It's just me. I'm never
mm.
patient enough to do it, and I don't know what the correct combination of ships is. So,
Yeah,
you know,
definitely. Yeah, I agreed on that. I think I'm about ready to move here. I'm just double checking. I think that looks good. Yeah, let's go with
come on, boys. Come on, boys. Oh, you losers.
that.
No, I'm doing. I got it already.
Focus.
I got it already out.
Ooh, nice.
Sorry, I had to pause there for a second. Um,
Okay, I think I'm about there. I think we're good. Yeah, it's weird that move with the US. I don't think I've done for a long time. Just land them temporarily in the UK to move on elsewhere. It's not probably the most efficient way, certainly, but we'll do it for
um,
now.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't seen that this early in the game. No, certainly not.
Yeah, not ideal. Okay, I think we're good to go. Double check. Yeah.
Yeah, you got all your planes moving. I think.
3 and
I
6.
think you got every unit on the
There we
board.
go. So
Actually,
end of round 3.
every unit on the board is moving.
193, 178. Oh, I just desynced. Don't know about you.
No, I didn't. I'm good. Yeah, I haven't had a desync in a while, but I played people that have been having desyncs. You know why? Because I'm not.
No,
I don't
still
follow.
there.
I don't follow. I'm here. Can you hear me? Oh, Manix, can you hear me? Oh, I don't think you can hear me. Hang on. Let me. I can hear him. Check, check, check. Let me disconnect and reconnect. Are you there, Manix? Manix, we lost you. We we definitely lost him. Let's see. My mic's working. Yeah, he's oh. Mantis, can you hear me? I don't know what's going on here. Mantis, can you hear me? Oh, well, I think we lost him. All right, so we're gonna call this a turn, folks, and I just messaged him on Discord so he knows that I'm not like, oh yeah, he's off. He looks like he might have crashed. So we'll call this a turn. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and feel free to share with mine and Manic's permission. And we'll go ahead and post this shortly. And we'll see you guys for Germany's round 4 turn. Thanks for watching, folks. Appreciate you stopping by.